Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and work on the 370Z in this video right here. I want to go ahead and change up the back a little bit because ever since I added like the rear panels on the Z, well the one specifically that mounts to the bumper, I kind of didn't like how it looked. I really like how it looked before where it had that exposed tire, and I kind of want to just cut it to see how it would look. I might regret doing this, I might not. But if I just make a clean cut and I don't like it, I could just epoxy it back together if I need to. But let's say I do cut it, I can just leave it as is and it'll look a little bit more aggressive. So if you guys don't know, I'm currently running the Crown Carbon Crafting. Well, now it's called something else, I can't remember the name. But back in the day, this kit was from Crown Carbon Crafting, and they made this wide body kit that was like 2 inches wider from stock. And I did change it up a little bit. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like right now. So this is how the kit looks right now. It pretty much looks almost the same. I just added a vent right here on the side, as you can see, to give it more of that like aggressive look. And I love how it came out. I made the vent, made the slit in there, and then a fiberglass tip to extend out. And then my homie Flash is the one that finished it, made it look smooth and clean so it can look how it looks right now. And honestly, one of the best decisions I made with this kit is just making that vent right there. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is, ever since I added this kit, in the back right here, you can see that it like molds down and then goes to the bumper. And the tire is not really exposed anymore due to this body line like right here and this being covered up. As where before, I just had it exposed at the top like right here. I had this completely removed and it looked really sick and it made the car look really wide. And right now, this is actually mounted up right here with this piece right here. That's not actually mounted to the bumper because this extends out 2 inches farther. It doesn't actually reach. I would have to use this in order to attach it and make sure that everything, you know, falls in line. Now, what I want to do is cut the bumper, or cut this fiberglass piece right here, going all the way down. I think that that will expose the tire and make it look really sick, and it'll still blend in extremely well because it's still going to be mounted like right here. So that's what I want to do right now, is just cut this right here to see how it will look. And if I need to cut a little bit more, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to kind of start like right where this line is at, just to give it that nice like clean look. I think that'll look pretty badass, but we'll see once we cut it, and hopefully I don't mess it up. But I just want to change the look of the Z a little bit more, just to make it look a little bit more aggressive. So I was thinking about it for a little bit, and I think I'm going to just remove the bumper because this piece is extremely close to the bumper right here. And if I cut this, there's a chance I might cut the bumper as well. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just remove the bumper, take these pieces off, and then cut it. And then we can mount it that way. And then I can draw out like a few holes right here if I need to reinforce it and stuff like that. But it is going to stick out quite a bit because if I stick my finger in here, there's like a 2-inch gap right there of this piece right there. So you'll be able to see the bumper a lot more once we cut this piece right here. So I think it'll actually look pretty sick. Now, my only other concern right now is going to be that I'm not sure, because I mounted these, if it caused damage to the paint on the inside. Right here where it's mounted most likely did, but I could just cover those up with something. So by me removing the bumper, I have to remove my wing, and I gotta fix my wing anyway, so I gotta take this wing off in order to take the bumper off. If you guys have stayed tuned to the channel for a while, my wing broke right in that area right there. And I had a fiberglass sip, but it ended up breaking because I only did the inside. I got to reinforce it on the outside as well to make it stronger. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well, and fixing this wing. So there's going to be 2 projects in this video, is fixing this wing and then also taking off this bumper and seeing if we can make something sick out of this right here. Alright, so here's the Z. I pushed it out a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better of what it looks like. But Like right there, as you can see, if we just cut that piece out right there, it'll expose the tire a lot more. It'll make the Z look a little bit wider. Like, I will be honest, this does look clean already, but I just think it would look better with the tire just a little bit more exposed, right? Give it that extra touch to make it a little bit different, because I've already changed the kit up, you know, quite a bit. I might as well finish it off with this final touch and giving that wide aggressive stance. Now, obviously, like the best way of doing it is, once I cut this, is to like put a piece under to smoothen it out, but it's not really going to be visible because, you know, we're always going to be at this angle right here. You're not going to be able to see the bottom, so it should look okay for right now. And I'm not sure if I'm just going to paint this once I cut it, or if I'm just going to, you know, leave it like that with, you know, carbon fiber. It doesn't look bad. To remove my bumper, it's actually pretty complicated because my diffuser is mounted to my bumper in 2 spots. So I would have to remove those 2 bolts. Then I have to go ahead and remove the bolt on the side, which is a little bit more difficult to get to because my fitment is pretty tight. In the back, I just got to remove these, take off the wing, and I think that should really be it. And then we just got to take these off, and then I can see a little bit better what's going on. So let's go ahead and begin removing the wing. Talking about right here that I have mounted to my bumper on the diffuser, so I have to remove my diffuser from these 2 sides in order to take it off. It's kind of annoying. This one right here. Hopefully it comes out easy. There you go. And she's off. Just like that. Alright, cool. Alright, so as I was removing all these bolts right here, a bunch of locks just kept falling out. So I hope it didn't cause a lot of damage. Alright. So far it looks okay. Right there, I see a little bit of damage. Let's try cleaning this up, see how it looks. Alright, if this comes out good. Alright, it's looking pretty good to me. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, cool. So it looks like we're gonna go ahead and just do it. This is gonna be covered up again right here, so it doesn't matter. So we're gonna cut like right there, going like that. So you don't really see this right there. Alright, this one's looking pretty good as well. Alright, perfect. Alright, this is looking good. Alright, so let's go ahead and just do it then. Let's go ahead and begin cutting these. I have my little Dremel that I'm going to go ahead and use. I wish I had some dresser bolts so I could change them out since I'm already here, but I don't. Alright, so we got the first one done. Let's go ahead and kind of test fit it. Alright, we got this side cut now. I do need to make it a little bit straighter, because right here you can see that it kind of dips. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through this one more time to straighten it out. Alright, moment of truth. Hopefully I did not mess this up, but we'll see right now. Just put it on. Okay. Alright. Oh. Yo. I think that looks a lot better in my opinion. You can see the tire a whole lot more now in comparison to what it looked like before. Yo, from this angle it actually looks pretty sick. The only thing that sucks is that I cut my bumper like a little bit too far down, but doesn't look bad. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and put everything back together, and then we'll take it out and see how it looks. Alright, there you guys go. There's the tail that's installed. Yo, that looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that looks pretty badass. Like, it exposes the tire so much more. And to me, like, that was the main purpose of getting a wide body kit, is to make the car look like aggressive and wide. And I felt like with the body panel right here going all the way down, it kind of made it look like OEM. And I didn't want that. Like, I wanted it to look aggressive and sick. And I think this looks incredible right here. And that kind of completes the body line right here as well. With that, with this right here. Just look at it from this angle right there. Looks pretty sick. I just gotta smoothen it out to make it look complete. But I think for sure that looks clean. And I think what I may also do is see like the back of the bumper right there, how it's kind of like curving in and then it goes straight down. I think I'm gonna just sand that down a little bit to even it out and make it look a little bit cleaner. But overall it looks pretty nice. But let's take it out right now because we're in my garage and it's harder to see. But let's put it out so we can see how it looks a little bit better. Alright, there you are right there. Oh, that actually looks pretty sick right there. Look at that. This one you can tell I need to sand it down a little bit more because it kind of like curves down right there. But looks pretty sick. Alright, let's try to finish up the wing and then throw it on. But I'll probably do that in another video because the wing's going to take me a while. Gotta have fiberglass and stuff like that. But it looks pretty sick. Just gotta move these up. Yo, that looks pretty freaking sick. Alright, now I'm debating if I want to go back to a meaty tire setup or just leave it like this and have it poke a little bit out like that. But it looks pretty clean, I like it. Now I just need the wing to complete it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and end the video right there. I had always envisioned doing this to the Z because I always thought it looked better when you can see the tire a little bit more in the rear. It just makes it look more aggressive and sick and like an actual wide body. As where before, it just looked too OEM to me. Like it was just like, you know, blending in with everything. And I just thought that this would look pretty badass, and it did. So I'm happy I did it. Came out pretty nice. Next video, I'll be fixing the spoiler, putting it back on. The spoiler honestly looks like crap because I had fixed it before, tried repainting it, and it just got all these like orange peel spots and looks really, really bad. So I want to fix that and then put it back on the car, and it should look really clean. And hopefully I can take a few more pics of the car once I fix that. And then I do want to do the intakes on there. I haven't done that yet because I'm being a little bit lazy right now. Well, actually, I'm not being lazy. I'm doing a lot of things to the house right now. Pretty much putting new flooring in and stuff like that. So it's been consuming my time a little bit. But I want to go ahead and install some intakes. I have the piping already on the side over there. And removing my bumper takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to save that for a day where I have a lot more time in order to be able to do that. So a few videos coming. Intakes. I also ordered something for the FX. And then fixing the spoiler. But thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.